Good morning. Today we are going to go over how to formally take care of your BTRC. As the team and I were able to get started today, we noticed that because this year is a leap year, a lot of people have misunderstood that today is the last day. In reality, when it's a leap year, we have February 29th, where it's truly the last day. So today is February 28th, tomorrow the 29th. So tomorrow is the true last day in a leap year. Because of that anticipation of people trying to connect, they have overflooded their system. It happens every year, but with that, we're gonna only be able to show you through a presentation that we've done in the past. With that, we have Mr. Marco that's gonna lead this training. Go ahead, Marco. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, John. So BTRC, as it says here, is a business license to operate in the city of Los Angeles. Now, city of Los Angeles is located within the Los Angeles County. So many businesses that within this border needs to have a license with the city of LA, not the county of LA. Who needs the license? Actually, I will show you a good border, right, John? Just to know that maybe you're thinking that you are in the city of LA and you want to create LA City BTRC, but maybe you don't need to. So if you can see here, city of Los Angeles is a little bit everywhere and all over the place. A good example here is that if you think that, oh, I'm in LA County, I need to create a license. But if I just enter an example of an address here.
So Mr. Marco right now is using our office. Our office is in the city of Burbank.
Mhm.
And you will notice that Burbank, if he unfocuses or zooms out, that's what I meant, zooms out. My office in the city of Burbank is not, if you can zoom out all the way, Marco, my office does not sit inside the LA district, the LA BTRC. So therefore, I have to pay another city entity. In this case, because my office is in Burbank, I have to speak to Burbank small businesses, city business permits, and by doing that, I will satisfy the city requirements. Because remember, every business has to pay taxes at the federal level, at the state level, and also at the local level. The word local is the city level. So in this case, Burbank is not part of BTRC, is not part of LA City. So therefore, I have to contact my city of Burbank and see what their deadline is, because not all deadlines are on February 29th. Some are the beginning of the year in January, and so you have to speak to your city. So let's say that I was in Santa Monica. If you look at Santa Monica, if you look at Beverly Hills, Culver City, and other cities, they're not part of it. They're part of they're part of an unincorporated city, which is just basically means that they're part of a city that is independent from LA. Even though they're part of LA, they're not part of the BTRC. Mr. Marco.
Okay. So let's say that you need the business BTRC in LA City. John, would you say BTRC is more like a city license, right? A business license in your district, right? So in this case, if you need LA City license, then you would create what's called BTRC. You would need this presentation is actually not to create a BTRC, but rather to renew the BTRC. So the
That is
first thing you
correct.
would do is go to click this link, and what you would need in the year to renew is that, of course, you need your legal business name, the BTRC number, assuming that you have created your BTRC license with the LA City. We'll see later how it looks like. The address, routing number, account number to pay the renewal. And you also need the gross profit that is only inside the border that we saw earlier. So we would basically need to separate the total sales with the sales within that border.
Awesome. So that is important that you have the BTRC number that is assuming that you already currently have a LA City permit. You'll have to have that number handy or your EIN and also the street number of your address of where your business is located, also the zip code, of course, the routing number, account number, so that you can pay in case you exceed the minimum. The minimum is or the maximum, I should say, is 100,000. And if you exceed 100,000, then there will be a fee. If you're under 100,000, it will be 100% free, but you still have to file this. Continue, Marco. Thank you.
Perfect. Once you go into this link right here that provided, you will go to online services. And then after that, you will have a link, very tiny here, but it's called annual business tax renewal, right? Not the new registration. Once you select
Excellent. Yeah,
once you select
excellent.
the renewal,
So, yep, go ahead.
you would need the information that we have earlier. The account number usually will come in the when you first create the license, or when you receive any notice to renew, you should receive this account number. You will need a street number and also the zip code.
Excellent.
It's very important to note that, I'm going to go back right here, that when you are renewing for the current year, right here, if you're renewing for the current year of 2024, let's say, you would need a 2023 gross receipts. So if you're renewing for 2023, you would need the previous year gross receipts. This is a concept called back taxes, because you're paying the tax a little bit later, right? Later after the year.
So again, today we are taking care of the 2024. 2024, obviously, we're only in the month of February, and so we still have to look at the gross sales. That's from January 1st all the way until December 31st of 2023. That is correct. Thank you.
Once you enter the account number, your address and stuff, it should show the legal name correctly. Make sure that this is the correct entity that you want to renew. And after that, you will select continue. And then this is basically all of the steps that you would need to read as well. But usually you skip this part and just continue. And there's going to be another form right here. Again, you just go ahead and click continue. So there's no numbers required or any actions required, rather than select and continue in this part.
Of course, it's important to read all the things that you're agreeing to, and then once you agree to everything, then of course the first thing that they ask you is for gross profits. So what gross profits that you had? Remember that gross profits means all income that came into your bank account, all income that came into the business bank account, and so it is important that you're not taking any deductions for expenses, for rents, or for materials, or for any type of deductions. You are just writing down and declaring the total gross profits from January 1st all the way until December 31st of the year that you're doing. In this case, we're doing 2024 that is based on 2023. And with that, continue, please. Thank you.
John, you want me to show the team too? How do I get this? If these are the QuickBooks client, or this training is more on from external?
Sure. Sure. Let's go ahead and do that. Sure.
Okay. Close this. So team, in order to get this gross receipts number, we will open an example. The client actually, yeah, I'm going to use this.
You know what? For privacy purposes, let's share this only with the team outside of this recording.
Okay, sure.
So let's
I'll
just
skip that.
continue and just remember that your gross profit's the first number, then you have expenses, and then at the very bottom you have net profit. We're not interested in net profit. We're interested in gross profit, the one at the very, very top, exactly what came in. Continue, please, Mr. Marco.
Sure. Once we have the gross receipts, you will so the difference between, I'll show you right here, is that this is all of your total gross receipts. And once you click continue, again, you will enter the gross receipts here. Same amount, and you continue. Okay.
There is
Now,
there is, Marco, a creative, if you go back up just one, it's a creative business. There it is. Creative artist activities. And so our clients that we typically have don't qualify for that. But if you possibly do qualify, you'd have to look at the requirements, then you would state yes, but 100% of our clients aren't don't qualify for that exemption, okay? Continue, please. So it would be no and zero.
no and zero. And then here you enter the total gross receipts again right here. And then after that, you will copy again the basis for your tax right here, the total gross receipts. You will just copy paste here, and then you will select generate my tax renewal.
Okay, excellent.
Once you generate, the system will calculate the total tax that you are owing. If you see right here, out of this total gross receipts, it's calculated at $887, plus there's a California state fee. So the total that this client owes, right, or the taxpayer owes, is $891.
So remember, if your gross receipts were 99,999, which would be under 100,000, then your fee would be zero, right? Because you would qualify for that under 100,000 amount. But if you're over 100,000, then of course they would start incrementing the state of California fee and all the other fees that are related to your type of business. So do you all see where it says the type of business where would it be exemption? There's an area where you have to put the type of business that you are, and they will tell you what rate you are. So let's say that I was a contractor, or if I was different type of business, then they have different rates for those different businesses. Continue, Marco.
That's right. And you have to answer this question here. Is this business female owned, minority owned? This is more like additional information only. And this third question here, where it's asking, is the aggregate cost of your business property 100,000 or more? You would have to ask the client if they actually own an asset more than 100,000 in the business. If yes, then the city will actually send you, or the county actually will send you another notice that you have to file property tax. But just be aware, don't accidentally answer yes if your business truly does not have an asset for more than $100,000. So once you
Thank you so
answer
much.
those
With
questions,
that,
yep.
That is a appropriate way, Marco, just the way you explained it. Besides answering the easy questions, are you a minority or it's a business owned by a female? That question is important because there's a special form called a 571 L, and that 571 L is the property taxes paid on the business assets. So if it's more, then of course you're going to receive a 571L. And so you need to understand how you're going to answer that question. Great job, Marco. Continue.
Okay. Once you do that, you will make sure you put the name of the person that submit this. Could be the accountant, could be the manager, could be the owner, the person's himself or herself. Once you fill this in, make sure you accept the return and proceed to payment.
Okay.
You will be prompted here on the method of payments. Normally, we suggest the e-check because credit card, potentially there will be some kind of processing fee, and mail-in check can be also very timely and also can be intercepted, but e-check is what we want. This is the ACH directly withdrawn from the bank account.
Exactly, Marco. So if you have a bank account, well, you should have a bank account for your business. Obviously make sure that the bank account has enough money to generate the payment to, assuming that you're above 100,000, that you can generate a payment through your bank account, your business bank account, or else, yes, you can pay with a credit card, but you will be feed at least 3-4%, whatever it is, whatever the rate is at the current time. And of course, if you send it by mail, it is very unsafe, and it could get lost, it could get intercepted, as Mr. Marco has said. Thank you, Marco.
So we'll show you the example of how to do the e-check payment. First, you enter the email, and you will say right here the payment method e-check. Depending if you have checking, business checking, or savings, you can use either or. Of course, what we need is the routing number and account number here, and the account holder name of that bank. Once you hit continue, you'll be doing the last check. Make sure that this is correct, and payment date is correct, the payment amount is correct, and you'll authorize and you'll select pay.
Excellent.
Make sure that after the payment goes through, you would receive this renewal confirmation. And it's very important that you actually print this screen, either by screenshotting this screen or print this into a PDF so that you have this confirmation that you
The
have
mo
renewed your license.
That is correct, Marco. The most important part here is that you have a confirmation number, which is the second one. There you go. If you can circle around that. Yep. You have a confirmation number that says, hey, you paid on such and such a date. You paid the amount. And so this is your confirmation. So at that point, of course, make sure that your bank account is ready to absorb that automatic payment because it will come in as soon as possible, on the same date. And also, Marco, just to inform everyone that it doesn't seem like you can post date. So let's pretend that this was the middle of the month of February. I don't think you can post it. You have to pay that same day. So if it's the 15th of February, then you have to pay on the 15th. So at least that's the way it was last year. But again, the website is down because of all the traffic at this moment. We also, speaking about the traffic, we highly recommend that you try to do this super early in the morning. I'm talking about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. or super late at night. So for instance, tonight, actually super late will uh, still be saturated because everybody's gonna be rushing to get it done by 11:59 p.m. Those people that are thinking that today is truly the last day, it is not. It is tomorrow, the 29th. Continue, Marco.
Yeah, after you get the PDF download, you should be able to save this internally, and that should be it for the BTRC.
Thank you very much for listening and good luck to all of you. If you have any questions, our office is in the city of Burbank, 209 West Alameda Avenue, suite number 203, Burbank, California. We've been accountants for the last 22 years. So if you have any questions, issues, we would be happy to help you. Our website is taxpro.com, and our email's there, our phone number's there. And of course, if you found this helpful, please drop us a review on Yelp or on Google or even a review on Facebook. Thank you so much and enjoy your morning and happy BTRC Day. Thank you.